Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. Today I have a new product to share with you from Stampin' Up, and it's the Gilded Leafing. And when you get the pot, it's like this. It's kind of all packed in. You can see I've used quite a bit of it already because it's really so lovely. And I'm going to show you how to create this card using that product. Now this is one of several videos. I'm going to be showing you different techniques to get different effects using this this leafing. And so I've got I'm going to do use some different colors just for a change. So whereas this one is Purple Posy and Night of Navy, this is going to be Pretty Peacock with Coastal Cabana, just to ring the changes. So one of the things I found is a good idea to have is a silicone mat to work on. And while the gilding comes in a pot, I found that it works best if you kind of put it into a big container. And so, you know, I've just got some here, and I'm just going to kind of fluff it up a little bit just to, so it, you know, because it's packed quite tightly in that pot. So that's my starting point. I am also going to be using the Adhesive Sheet, and you'll find this in the catalogue. And I have a piece of Whisper white cardstock, but to be, sorry, it's basic white cardstock now. Old habits die hard. It doesn't really matter what colour cardstock you use because it's all going to be covered. So you can use some scraps of old card that you may have in your stash. So with this product, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove the backing just a little ways. You'll see it does have a few whiskers. I'm just going to be pushing those off like that. And I'm only going to expose the adhesive a little way. And then I'm just going to line up the top of my piece of adhesive with the top of my piece of cardstock. Like that. And just press gently. And then I'm just going to slide this down so I get a nice smooth finish. I find if you take the backing off all in one go, the static will suck it down onto the card, and however you've got it is however it's going to end up. So you could get creases and all sorts. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder to just burnish that up. Make sure I've got nice, especially on the edges, got a nice adherence. And then we're going to take the backing off of the card. Now I find that if you use like the fleshy part of your thumb, it will come off, she says optimistically. Other than that, you can use your pick your tool, the pointy bit on there, and we're just gonna pull that off gently like that. And you can see, I think if you can see the shine on there, you can see that the adhesive, lovely smooth coating, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now I'm going to just pop it in this tub, and I'm going to put it in, and no, looks like I've got a little bit of it stuck to the bottom, but that will come off like that. And now I'm going to flip it over, and then just smooth it out a little bit, put these extra bits down, and then I'm going to go in with a bit of sponge and start just by sort of wiping it all over just to smooth out, and then keeping everything over my little bin here, and that way it'll catch the bits and I'll be able to use those on another project. Now you're not going to get a smooth coating. It's gonna look a bit sort of wrinkled, but to be honest with you, that's what gives it its charm, I think. So just patiently pull this back. Now I can see that some of the adhesive has not attached to the edge, so you can go in and put a little bit more adhesive and start again, but I find that if you just trim it down a tiny bit, you can get rid of those white bits. I'm just going to finish scrubbing this off the loose bits there, and there we have a lovely covering. So that's the first part, and then I'm just going to use my little trimmer just to take off the bits that haven't adhered. There we go. Now this piece of cardstock here, I can't remember what it started out at, but it's going to obviously finish a little bit on the smaller side. But all my measurements for this project are going to be on my blog. And if you just look below the video, you will see the link to my blog for the measurements. Now, this one I did here, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of got a rougher texture, and I ran it through the cut and emboss machine with the painted texture embossing folder. But I'm going to do this one with a slightly different embossing folder, and I'm going to use the Seabed 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to put it in so that my gold side can be seen through where the Stampin' Up logo is here. I'm just going to pop it in and you'll see the effect this has. Lovely effect. So for this, I just use my base plate and the dark grey embossing folder and just gently chug it through. There you go. Pop that out the way, we won't be needing that anymore. And I haven't tried this one before, so this is going to be new to me as well. Let's take this off. Oh, sounding all excited. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm glad I decided to use that one. Okay, so now I am going to attach it to a piece of Coastal Cabana. And if you watch my videos, you know I prefer to use liquid adhesive, but you can use snail, sorry, not snail anymore. It's called Stampin' Seal or a glue stick, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to attach that like that, and I'm going to run a piece of this ribbon round it, and this is Coastal Cabana ribbon, and it comes in the pattern, playing with patterns combo pack. Anyway, as I say, if you look below this video, you will see my link to that, and it'll tell you exactly what I'm using. So I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive tape here just to hold my ribbon down like that. And I just like to give that a little bit of a burnish with my embossing folder just to make sure it doesn't come apart. Then we're going to go in with the Stampin' Dimensionals. I think I've got some here, yep. So these are the black ones, but it's not going to show. I like to put one on each corner and one in the middle. Like that. And then I'm just going to pop it on my card. And then I have tied myself a wee bow using the same ribbon, and I'm just going to pop that on with a glue dot. There we are. And then my last little bit, I'm going to be using the Oval Occasions stamp set. And I think I decided I would use the Time to Celebrate. Yes, I did. So Time to Celebrate and little stars, because they always remind me of celebration, little stars. And I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana ink. There we go. Sorry. It was hiding under some papers. All right. So I've got myself a little scrap of Whisper White cardstock and the Coastal Cabana ink. And I'm just going to... Ooh, don't like that because I managed to get some overstamp on there. Alrighty, so we're going to turn it over. That's why there's two sides to a piece of cardstock. So try not to wobble it, Cindy. All right. And then the little stars, I'm just going to try and sort of curve them round a little bit. What I'll do, I think I will punch it out first. So this is the double oval punch. There we go. And if I just bring that back in and just stamp a few stars around the edge, and then at the bottom there we go. And then the other part of that, oh, and I've got ink on my finger, pardon me. The other part of this punch has a scalloped oval on it as well. And I'm just going to cut a piece out and of the peacock, pretty peacock, layer it on like that. And then a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. And we're just going to pop that here like that. And I'm not going to put any more bling on it. I think it's got more than enough with all that beautiful gold leaf. And so there's two versions of the same card using the same products except for different ribbon and a different embossing folder. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my sharing this technique using the gilded leafing. Look out for the other videos that I'll be putting out over the next week or so on using it different ways. Well, thanks for your time. Bye for now.